I think I may have cracked the code on how to get over FOMO. Because what is fear of missing out? Missing out on what? Missing out on something that we think is more valuable than the moment that we're in right now. I truly believe that if we are really looking, that there is beauty to be found in every moment. I think that often, and probably part of the reason that you're on social media right now watching this video, is to escape some feeling of discomfort, some feeling that what is here is not enough. I would argue all of my most beautiful moments in life, almost all of them, a vast majority of them, over 90%, were moments that either I experienced by myself or with a very small group of people. It is very rarely that I have transcendent, amazing experiences that many other people are having. So I'm going to read this little thing that I wrote, and I think it captures this idea pretty well. Beauty goes unnoticed by us every day. The overwhelming truth is that there is endless beauty to be experienced in our day-to-day lives if we're really looking. And the irony is that so much of it is so rare that we are likely the only one to witness it at that moment. How insane is that? Think about the time that you saw a sunset while hiking with two friends. You were probably the only people to see that sunset from that angle at that time. That is a moment just for you. Or if you were in a crowd of people, say you did go to the festival and you happen to be in the right place at the right time, something that you had to be in that exact spot for. 10,000 people at this place, you experienced something because you happen to be in the right place at the right time. The thing is, when you're in that sort of place, you're already looking. You're looking everywhere for good things. So guess what? You find it. But if you do that in day-to-day life, if you're looking for the beautiful things around you, no matter where you're at, there is something to be found. And there is a moment that is only for you to experience. And when you realize that you can have those special moments throughout the day, every single day, then you're not going to be worried about missing some event or missing some opportunity somewhere. There are opportunities happening right now. And, if you are scrolling, I challenge you to pause and take a look around. Put the phone down, get out of your narrow focus, open your gaze up, and see what there is to experience. And if there isn't anything here, go where the beauty is. There are opportunities for you to go somewhere and experience something beautiful, something different. And maybe when you put your phone down, you leave the space that gives you the opportunity to be bored and to be uncomfortable and then do something about it. Drive to the nearby park for sunset. Go to the coffee shop instead of working at home. Call a friend instead of liking their photos and videos. Text me instead of commenting on this post. There's something you could do to create a moment that is more enjoyable than what you are experiencing now. We can enhance our lives very much by just going in places where we are more likely to experience beautiful things. When I lived in California, if I was feeling that way, that pent up, there's nothing going on, I feel like I'm missing out, drive to the coast, walk to the coast when I lived nearby, and just be. And it's enough. There's this idea about increasing your surface area of luck. Objects in motion are more likely to, experience serendipity, experience luck, to be in the right place at the right time. Likely being in one place for hours and hours at a time, whether it's on your phone or your computer or just staring at the ceiling, there's just so much more out there. What's more amazing? Being the 10 millionth person to witness Old Faithful, or to witness 10 million tiny moments, so rare that they were only experienced by you in that moment. Most of our life is that. It is experiencing things subjectively, right? From our point of view. And to me, this is where things get intimate when it comes to your experience, when it comes to your individuality, but also your connection to the universe. Call it God, call it whatever you want. So much of your life is those moments. You're not always interacting with people, sharing moments with other people. There's a lot of time in between. There's so much that you experience that is only for you. And I think that's beautiful. Like a whisper and a kiss from your lover, this level of intimacy far exceeds that squirting whore, Old Faithful, that everyone has seen and experienced. And the thing that's actually Old Faithful is being present. I want to send out my signal to the world to let people know that, you're not alone. And even though there's a lot of what you are experiencing, only you are experiencing, that to me is actually intimacy with God or the Creator. There's a beauty in the uniqueness of your experience. And of course, there's pain and tragedy and all those things as well. But I still think that there is beauty and peace and joy and play always accessible to us when, there's nothing actively negatively happening to you. A lot of your negative experience and mine, a lot of our negative experience really comes from anxiety about the future, just things that haven't happened yet, or, ruminating about the past. And all that's doing is tainting the present moment. And so the solution is not to ruminate more or be more anxious about something that you can't control, but the solution is to be present. And I actually think this is the solution to so many things, because think about it this way. The thing that you're anxious about in the future, what can you do now? Probably nothing. And you think that being anxious about it is doing something about it, but it's not. What it's doing is taking you out of the present. And what is the solution in the future? To be present at that time. And so the solution to that and to this, your negative experience now and the potential negative experience later, is to be present. Are you tracking? And think about this. When you are being present now, you are reinforcing your ability to be present later. You not being present now and being anxious about the future is creating the conditions and continuing a path of you not being present. So if and when a future negative thing happens and you're not present for it, that's actually what's going to be the problem in the future. But if you really have some amount of trust in yourself and you really look back at your history, odds are you've gotten through everything that has come. And the solution is always to deal with it when it comes. You can't prevent everything. I know it's hard. I know you want to. It's the blessing and the curse of being human. We are able to abstract and think into the future. And this is how we prevent threats. This is how we evolved biologically to be able to deal with life. I can look into the future and be like, oh, if I keep walking and walk off this cliff, I will die. And so I stop walking. Oh, last time I reached my hand in this bush, I got cut with thorns. And so now I'm not going to reach my hand into that bush. And so the solution to the future problem is to be present now. Think about this. The thing that you might be ruminating about in the past, what was the problem then? Because you're always thinking, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. Why didn't you do that? Well, it's probably because you either weren't present or you were present and that's what you chose at that time. You can't change what you did at that time. But if you made the wrong decision or said the wrong thing because you weren't present, guess what? You can't change that, but you can be present now. And then your odds of repeating that negative pattern in the future is less, because at that point, again, you'll be present because you're practicing being present now. So in my view, and I would challenge you to test this, the solution to anxiety about the future as well as rumination about the past is to be present. Come back to the now. Most of the time, the thing that you're worried about is not happening right now. Accept that, be present with what is happening right now, and always do that. And I know it's easy to say. It's much easier said than done. But that's why it's a practice, and that's why you always want to come back to the now. You always have your breath. You always have your felt experience. You also get to witness what is around you. But without going too deep into things, we've already gone pretty deep here. We're trying to not be attached to our thoughts about the future or about the past, and to come back to the present and let everything else pass by. Let everything else pass through. This here right now is all we have. I can't believe I always burp in my videos. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me today. I would love to hear what you have to say. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you manage things, how you think about things. If anything I said resonates with you or made you think something that you want to share, please be present and share so that we can all be enhanced. Thank you so much. I love you. We'll see you soon.